This pan is thick, 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 thick. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video looks a little different. We have more lights, so hopefully everything comes out a little bit better. I'm still gonna play around with it to kind of see which lighting situation is best. So yes, I'm excited. I don't know if you can really tell, but there are also some lights back here to kind of cast out any shadows that we might have. So yes, I'm still playing with it. Give me like 1 or 2 or 3 more videos and hopefully we'll have everything together. So today's video is going to be about affordable makeup. So we're going to be doing a whole look using affordable makeup. I didn't want to limit it to just drugstore, but mostly everything you can go in store and get. So yes, it's not just drugstore, it's going to be affordable makeup. I think I kept everything under $12, $13 minus probably some of the eyeshadow palettes. Those are like around 30, at the most 30. But yes, so I'm going to give you some different alternatives, some notable mentions. So yes, if you would like to see what look I create using all affordable makeup, then just keep on watching. Okay, and then to fill in my brows, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Pencil, and this one is in dark brown. I think this one is in dark brown. I hope it's in dark brown. It doesn't tell me, but I know this is the darkest shade. So we're going to fill the brows in. So brows are done at the moment. I like how they look thus far. Thus far. Next, we're going to go and clean them up. And for concealer, I got the LA Girl Pro Concealers. I love these. These are also in my kit when I do professional makeup. But today we're going to be mixing Fawn and Chestnut together. And we're going to clean up the brows underneath. If you are just starting out in makeup, professional makeup, just want to find something to put in your kit, these LA Girl Pro Concealers are really, really good. I love them and they are super affordable. They're like $3, $4 at the most. So we'll clean up the brows. All right, so brows are cleaned up. Next, we're gonna go in with primer, and one of my really favorite primers from the drugstore is gonna be by Maybelline, and this is the Maybelline Master Prime, and this is the Hydrate and Smooth one. I am normal to dry, so I love this Hydrate and Smooth. They have an array of different types for different skin types. The matte one, the smooth and blur. They have a lot, but this one is my favorite because I am dry. So we're gonna go in with this one. Hydrated and primed. Next, we're going to go in with foundation, and I have a couple of foundations that I really love that are affordable. First ones being the L'Oreal True Match. These are really good, especially for the price, and even outside of the price, these are just really good foundations. They have really good coverage, medium to full. They look like skin. These are amazing. Really love these foundations. Love these. Next, I have the LA Girl Pro foundation. I also really love this foundation. The only thing is the shade range is not it's not really that good. It probably has about 15 shades in it. I mean, they do have like 1 or 2 shades darker than this. However, it's still not a lot in the shade range. However, this is still a good foundation, so definitely worth mentioning. And then also Maybelline Superstay. This is more of a matte finish. However, this one is really good too. It is full coverage. It is flawless. It is going to give you that flawless glam Instagram skin filtered look. This is definitely a really good foundation. So today we're going to be going back to the L'Oreal True Match. I'm going to go ahead and use these and apply this on my face. And to apply these, I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite sponge of life, which is by e.l.f. This one is $4, maybe $5 at the most, if that. But I also wanted to give a mention to EcoTools, because EcoTools has a really good sponge as well. This one is about $6, and I think both of them come in like double packs, whereas this one is like $8 or $9 for 2, and I think this one is around the same price for 2, maybe $9 or $10 for 2. But these are my favorite sponges in the drugstore that are affordable, period. Even outside of the drugstore, these are really good. I have a lot of these in my kit when I do professional makeup as well. So let's start off. I'm going to do C8, and I'm also going to mix in a little bit of the W 9.5, just in case, just very little. And just dot this all over. And you do not need a lot of this foundation. A little bit of this goes a very long way, so just keep that in mind. Also be careful when using this because it doesn't have a pump, so you will have to make sure you don't knock it over. Just make sure you are putting the top back on, because I have done that plenty of times where I have spilled my foundation and been pissed. So sponge, whatever's left on my hand, I just tap my sponge in it and then go ahead and blend it out. I love this foundation, and it is so affordable. And you can find it in multiple places. Ulta, Walmart, Target, they're just everywhere. So I just really love this because you don't have to hunt it down. Oh, my skin broke out from one of my masks that had makeup on it that I was allergic to. It was the Huda Stick Foundation. It's super pretty, but it broke me out. I will also leave that review up here so you can watch it if you missed it. But yeah, it broke me out, but I love it. It's so pretty, but I can't do it on my skin. It's a few foundations like that that I can't wear that I think that are so pretty, but I personally can't wear it because it breaks me out. So Yes, it's all texture all on my face, and mama is not happy about it, but we're gonna make it work. I wasn't gonna film, but I was like, no, we're gonna film today because mama got some new lights, and everybody has breakouts, everybody has, you know, experienced allergic reactions to things. So I don't want you guys to just see me when I feel like my skin is at its best. I want it to be realistic. All right, so this is one layer. I'm gonna go ahead and do just one more to build it up a little bit more. But as you can see, it is super, super pretty. It still looks like skin. I love this foundation. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more. I'm gonna still mix it. And then dot it again. My cheeks. I'm really not going to focus on underneath my eyes because we're going to have concealer there. So it's really no need. And then I'm not going to put a lot on my forehead because we're going to contour up there. And then whatever's left on the sponge, just blend it in. And then build it back up. Love this foundation. So let's speed through this part so we can move on to the concealer. All right, so for concealer, we're gonna go back in with the same concealer that we used for the brows, and that was the LA Girl Pro Concealer. We're gonna mix again, and we're gonna use Fawn and a little bit of chestnut, and then if we need to lighten up a tad bit more, I'm gonna go in with Toffee. So yeah, it's just my own little concoction. I always like to mix, but the LA Girl Pro have a lot of colors. So mixing is not necessary. This is just something that I personally like to do, but you do not have to mix because they have a lot of colors that will match everybody. So yes, just keep that in mind, but I'm personally gonna mix. And chestnut is a little bit closer to my skin, so it helps give a little bit more coverage underneath my eyes. Next, we're gonna go in with Fawn. This was like one of my favorite colors of life. It's a very pretty bronze gold. It's just a really good tone for underneath the eyes, period. For me and my skin complexion, it's super, super pretty. It's a very good color. They have a really good shade range. And then a little bit here. A little bit on my chin, not a lot. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and blend that out, starting with the chin and moving into the center of the face and then underneath the eyes. All right, so this is how we are looking with the concealer and the foundation. Super, super pretty. Love, 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 love it. These are my favorite foundations and my favorite concealers that are affordable. So yes, now we're gonna move on to cream contouring and bronzing. And for that, my favorite products that are affordable are the black opal ones. These are the foundation sticks. And I use these to cream contour and bronze because one, they're foundation, so they're gonna give you really good coverage. They're a stick. Oh, they're a stick, so super easy to throw in your kit, throw in your bag without it being super messy. And then you get a lot of products for your money. So I love these, love, 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 love these. These are also in my kit and I use them daily. All right, so we're gonna start off with the Suede Mocha. This might be a little bit too close to my skin tone, but we're gonna try it out anyways. It's not too far. Oh no, perfect for bronzing. So I'm just gonna mark my face up. I usually do this with a sponge for like a softer look, but I guess not today. And then a little bit on the side of my nose to blend out. And I like when my contour on my nose is closer to my skin tone rather than a drastic jump. It keeps it a little bit more natural. All right, so I'm gonna use the side of the sponge and go ahead and blend this out. Alright, so that is us all bronzed up. Now we're going to go in and slightly contour, and I'm going to use a brush to contour with the stick. So I'm going to show you how I do that. I'm going to take a little bit. This one is Brown Ebony. Take a little bit on this MAC Duo Fiber brush. This is the MAC 159, and pull it upwards into the contour. The Duo Fiber keeps it natural, so it deposits a little bit of color at a time, not all at once. So that's why I really like the Duo Fiber brushes. Another reason I'm using a lot of creams is because of my breakout. I don't want anything to grab in certain areas, so I kind of want to pull away from like all of the matte-ness and keep it more of the dewy feel, so my skin stays hydrated and you don't see so much texture. Okay, so after searching high and low, I cannot find my medium tan setting powder, but nonetheless, this is a very good setting powder if you're looking for an affordable setting powder that will not break the bank. The Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder is phenomenal. I really, really, really love this. Just be careful, it can get a little messy. However, it is worth it. I just don't want to use this medium deep because it's a little too red underneath the eyes. So instead, we're going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match Powder Foundation. And this one is in number W5.5. This is also another really good alternative to using a setting powder for underneath the eyes. I really love this one as well. That's why you see I have a dent in it. But yes, so we're going to go in with that. I'm just going to go ahead and blend underneath my eyes one more time to make sure we are good to go. No creasing. Let me just build it up a little bit more to be safe. Just to be safe. I don't want no problems. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go ahead and use my sponge. Dip it in the product. A lot comes on this sponge, so make sure you tap off the excess and then go ahead and set underneath the eye. So remember, this is a foundation, so you're gonna get a lot of coverage. So just take it, tap off the excess, and then go underneath the eye, because you don't want the under eye to be looking too heavy. Next, we're going to kind of set the bronzer and contour area. And for that, you guys know I love this Black Radiance True palette. I love this Black Radiance True Complexion contour palette. This is phenomenal. This is also in my kit when I go to clients and stuff. I love this kit. They have the contour, the sculpt, the sculpt, the contour, and the highlight shade in here. This one has glitter in it. I found that it works best if you mist the face first. Take like a fluffy highlight brush that's not so dense, and then dust it on. It kind of cancels out the glittered aspect of this highlight and gives you more of that wet feel. So I mainly reach for this palette, honestly, for the sculpt and contour shade, not so much the highlight. So we're going to go ahead and set everywhere else around the face. So I'm going to use the contour, press it in there, tap off the excess, and then kind of lightly press to blend it in like that. Like dot. And then I'm actually going to use the medium deep to kind of set this area, but I'm not going to go heavy in it. I actually could use the dark, but I think I left it upstairs, so we're just going to use this one. So I'm going to very lightly set. I'm going to take like this fan brush and dust whatever's in the cap and just lightly set this area. So not even heavy, very, very light. So where the color doesn't even come off on this, it just literally sets it. So forth, up, down, and it's literally just gonna set this area. Because this is really the only area that has not been touched into being set. And then we're gonna go ahead and contour the nose. Well, not contour, but set the nose. Since we already cream contour, we're just gonna set. And for that, I'm going to go back into the palette and we're going to use the Sculpt shade to do that with a blending brush. All right, so now that the skin is somewhat complete, halfway complete, we're gonna zoom in and we're gonna do the eyes. All right, so I don't know what I was thinking and not packing my brushes or not grabbing them, but I'm back. So for the eyes, I have a few palettes that I feel like are affordable. Now, affordable is definitely depending on you and your budget, so you know, don't take this like this is affordable. If this is not affordable to you, this is the cheaper alternative, the more affordable route. Let's say that, not cheaper, the more affordable route that is a little bit more pocket friendly than going to Sephora, MAC, XYZ. This is an alternative route. So the palettes that I'm going to mention, some of them are $30 to $35. However, it is a palette. So keep that in mind, because most of the palettes that are in like Sephora and MAC and XYZ are like $40, $50. So let's just keep that in mind. Yes, so the first palettes that I want to talk about are from ColourPop, and I like ColourPop's palettes. I feel like they are definitely affordable. They have really good color payoff, and they come out with a lot of palettes, so you have a lot to choose from. So that's also a plus. So the first one is the one by Makeup Shayla in ColourPop. I don't know if this one is still out. I just know that I like this one because of the colors. They are definitely a little bit more chocolate girl friendly. Even if you're not chocolate, these are definitely good palette. This is definitely a good palette. But these colors are very, very, sorry, I didn't mean to blind you. These colors are very, very pretty. So I'm not sure if it's still available. If it is, I will link it below. If not, I'll like find an alternative. But ColourPop is definitely the way to go for pocket friendly. Another one is by Juvias Place. This one is the Juvias Place, the Zulu palette. And this one has the big pan sizes in there, and this is a little bit more fun with colors. However, Juvia's Place also has an array of palettes, so you don't have to just get this fun color. They have nudes, they have purples, they have a lot of good palettes, and they are also affordable. And I know they always have like coupons and like not buy one get one. I think they always have coupons at Ulta where they're always on sale. And then ColourPop, they're super affordable, so you don't even really need a coupon for them. Next is going to be Morphe. I know everybody, it's like a love-hate thing with Morphe, but they do have some good palettes. Some of them are hits or misses. However, they do have a lot. This one is the Jaclyn Hill one. It is dirty, but it is well loved. So this one is a really good one. This is her first palette that she came out with them. As you can see, it has a lot of like nudes and browns. It was just like a really good palette for an everyday person. Even if you're not an everyday person, I really love how the browns and the warm colors, you could just use it year round. So I think that's what made it a really good palette. And this one is like, this one was probably like $40, but I know this one is probably on sale now because she has so many palettes that came after it. As well as the 35O. This one is the third edition of the 35O. I think I have the second one too. I don't have the first one, but this one is another fiery, warm palette. So Morphe is really, really good for doing big palettes at affordable prices. So now that that's all out of the way, oh, no, two more, I'm sorry. The Maybelline City Mini palettes. These are also really, really good. This one is the one from Shayla as well. I really love this one because it is chocolate girl friendly. However, the colors are more wearable as far as like every day. This is something you can throw on your back if you're traveling or whatever the case may be. You can get a really pretty look out of this one. And then this one is more of like the smoky nighttime. They have like 7 or 8 City Mini palettes, but this one is more of the smoky green night out on the town. And this one is called Urban Juice. And then Shayla's is called Makeup by Shayla. So with that being said, now let's start on the eyes. I think I'm going to keep it a little bit more warm and brown and kind of like a nude lid. So to accomplish that, we are going to start off with, do we want to start off with Jaclyn? Let's start off with something that you can get your hands on now because I'm not sure if we can get this. So I will pull this to the side and we're going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, and this is the first one. So we're going to use the shade, I can't even see the shades anymore. This is how much I use it on here. All right, so we're going to use the shade 1, 2, 3. Buns. We're going to use Buns, and the Buns is this one right here. I'm going to apply a little bit more concealer first, and then we're going to go in with this one. So going into Buns, we are going to blend this on the outer crease right here. And then press it into the inner crease just to build up more pigment. Next, we're gonna go into Chip, which is this one, and blend this in the crease as well. Just not as high as we did Buns. We're gonna go back into Buns and blend this edge out right here to bring a little bit more of the warm back into it. So back into Buns, tap off the excess and just blend this part right here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pack some more of this chip color, the darker color, on the edge right here. And then also on this side. So how I'm gonna do that is I'm going to apply the concealer here. Look straight up to the ceiling with my head straight and just put my eyes straight up to the ceiling. And then where it transferred is where we're gonna mark to cut the crease, because that shows you where it will naturally transfer, so you know where to cut the crease. So do it one more time, look straight, move around. And then that is where it's gonna transfer. So I'm gonna go ahead and follow that line. To be like a real soft crease, so I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm going to blend these edges out real soft right here. Right where they meet. And then pack, press, press, press. All right, especially right here where the two colors overlay. Just like that. Press. Especially where the two colors lay on top of each other. And then also soften this up. And then you want to take your first brush, the one that had the buns, and kind of go back over this area right here. You can even add a little bit more color to it, tap off the excess, and very so lightly go back over. Then I'm going to take the same setting powder that we use for underneath the eyes, which is the True Match W5.5, and set the lid. Do that with a different brush. And just set. Not really worrying about fallout from this particular one because it's the same color as underneath our eyes. So just pack it on. And then I also want to go in with Jax, which is this one right here. And just where the colors meet, kind of overlay it. No, I'm not. I'm going to go in with Shayla's palette. So we're going to go in with Shayla's palette from the City Mini palette and use this brown color right here to blend this little edge where the colors meet. So put a little bit on, tap off the excess, and place it just kind of right here. Right here. Just where the colors kind of line up and meet. All right, so now let's work on underneath the eyes. So for underneath the eyes, I like to blow mine out. So for that, we're gonna use the same shade. We're gonna go into the Maybelline and Shayla and use that brown shade to really smoke out underneath the eye. So make sure it's not wet. Take it, twirl it in here, tap off the excess, and then buff. Like I said, I like mine smoky. You do you, boo, how you like it, okay? All right, so before we apply the lashes, I wanted to mention one of my favorite liners from the drugstore. I have a few. My top favorite gel liner from, not drugstore, but that is affordable, is from NYX, and it is the Pot Liquid Eyeliner. It is the NYX Pot Gel Liner. That thing, when it goes on, it does not budge. It is super jet black. It finishes off matte. I absolutely love that gel pot liner from NYX. The next one that I love is by Wet n Wild, and it is their pen liquid liner. I'm gonna put a picture up of both of those because I don't have them in front of me. One I think I have upstairs and I don't feel like going to get it, and the other one I ran out, so I need to go get some more. And that's the Wet n Wild one. And then of course I love the LA Girl Line Art Matte Eyeliner. This one is a pen as well. Super fine, super fine. So I love this to align my top, and it is also really good for wing liners. Love this liner. So black, so matte. Really good. Those are my three favorites. So NYX gel pot liquid line, gel liner, that's black, and then the Wet n Wild gel liquid pen, and then the LA Girl Line Art matte eyeliner. Phenomenal. All right, so because we have to let the lash glue dry, we're gonna skip over and come back to the lashes and complete the face and then pop on the lashes. So for blush, we're gonna go to the Morphe one, and this is Morphe Brontour in Fantabulous. So this is supposed to be a bronzer and a highlighter, but I use this as a blush because it is so pretty, and two, it's not deep enough to be a bronzer or a blush. However, I love how it looks as a blush, and yes, this is it. Now, I also do really like, my favorite blushes of all time right now are definitely the NYX Sweet Cheeks blushes, the matte blushes. These are phenomenal. I think I talk about them in like every video thus far, but they're so pretty. The colors payoff is amazing. Chocolate girl friendly, everybody friendly. Just love Love, love, love them. And these are like $5. And I always stock up on them when they're like buy one, get one. Half off or buy one, get one free. But today we're going to use the Morphe one. I'm going to mix both of them together. Mainly focusing on the matte side, but occasionally dipping in. And yep. Focus it. Not so much on the apples of the cheeks, but just really up here. And then we're gonna go into highlight. And I have a couple of affordable highlights that you could choose from. So my first highlight is going to be by Makeup Obsessions, and this one is in Target if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this one is in Target, and this one is very, very pretty. This is more of like the rosy type of icy highlight. It is super, super, super pretty on the skin. And then of course the Maybelline Master Chromes. We have a lot of Maybelline, but they've been doing really good when it comes to affordable makeup. So the Maybelline Master Chromes, I have all of the shades if I'm not mistaken. I have the Topaz, this one. I have like 3 or 4 of these shades. So these are like beaming highlights. You can definitely get them to be more wearable if you do like a fluffy brush. And then also the Milani. So the key to Milani, because I feel like sometimes the Milani can be a little bit glittery, is to mist the face, tap it off before you go into your face with your brush and the highlight, and then go in with it. So for today's look, we are definitely going to be using the Milani one. And yeah, I want more of like that goldish feel. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Are my lashes ready? Almost. So let's mist the face really quick with the Morphe setting spray. That is this one. Pop on the lashes while the face is drying just a little bit. I'm dropping every fucking thing. Yes, this is the vibe that I was going for with the lashes. All right, so now back to the highlight. Just lightly pull it back, tap off this, pull it back. So as you can see, I do have texture here, but I'm still gonna highlight because I like highlight. My nose. I'm gonna do slightly down the center of the face, just right here. Just like that. I like a highlight. Don't know about you, but I do, texture or no texture. So back over with the blush. So now we're gonna go on to the lips, and for the lips, I have a few lip liners that I really love that are affordable. So first one being, I don't have it with me, are the NYX lip liners. All of their ranges are really good, especially the glide on, slide on, and then the suede ones. The suede ones you have to sharpen. I think the slide on, glide ones are twist up, but I love those. Super affordable, and the color range is phenomenal. Also, Milani has some really good ones. I wish they would come out with a color that was a little bit deeper than this brown one. This one is in Rich Cocoa. However, this one is super pretty as well. And then Miss Juvia's Place has lip liners. The range is not like a whole bunch of colors. However, she does have enough that will get you through a couple of lip looks. So today we're going to be using Juvia's Place and Milani. And we're going to go ahead and pop a lip on. I think I'm going to go a little bit more peachy S nude with the lip. Take a little bit of the Milani one. And then for lips are, you can find like affordable lips you can find affordable lips everywhere. Wet n Wild has really good ones, no more than $3. NYX has some, Juvia's Place has some. Maybelline has some. Lips, I feel like, are the most common things that you can find that are affordable. So yeah, oh sorry, you don't have to break the bank to get a cute lip. So yeah, today we're gonna be using the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. I might throw in a little bit of the Juvias Place on top. I don't know, I kind of want to pull it more of these, like kind of my top. So yeah, we're gonna start off with Amazonian and then top it off with Fighter. Gloss, and we're going to use the NYX Filler Instinct. So these are supposed to be a little bit more plumping to the lips, a little give you more of like the juicy feel. They do tingle a little bit. They're not as extreme as the Too Faced lip injections, but you know, they are still good, and I just really love this color. This is like a bronzy color. This is called New Money, honey. No, just New Money. All right, guys, so this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm just gonna run down a few of the products again so that you can make sure you took notes as to what you want to scoop up next. All right, so starting off, of course, was the primer. This is the Maybelline one, and this is the Master Prime. Of course, I told you I am normal to dry, so anything with hydration, I love. Smooth me out, hydrate me, feed me water, moisture. I want all of it. So this line is really, really good. They have an array of different type of primers for different skin types. So if you're looking for a more affordable route, definitely take a look into the Maybelline line for primers. Foundations, of course, I said the True Match. This is what we use today. I love the True Matches. They are phenomenal. They have an amazing shade range. Amazing shade range. And the color payoff, the price point is good. These are like no more than $11, if that. I think they're like $9. But yeah, love, love, love these. And then the honorable mentions were the Maybelline Superstay, and then also we had the LA Girl. Sorry, I couldn't find it. The LA Girl foundation. The only thing with the LA Girl is they don't have a lot of colors. So yes, but if they have your color, it is a very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful foundation. All right, for concealers, we have the LA Girl Pro concealers. These are amazing as well. They're like $3 to $4, at the most $4. I don't even think they're $4, but these are amazing. You have really good color range to pick from. The color range is like the CoverGirl color range. I mean, the L'Oreal color range, phenomenal color range. So these are really amazing. Another one that I wanted to make sure I mentioned was by NYX, and that's the Born to Glow, the HD one from NYX, as well as the Ulta brand concealers, the full coverage ones. I'll leave a picture of the Ulta one so you guys can know which one I'm talking about, but those are phenomenal as well. So concealers, we got that covered. Affordable route, I got you. Next, we had the powders, the setting powders. So for the setting powders, of course, I told you about the one that we use today, which is the L'Oreal True Match. Remember, this is a foundation, so it will give you extra coverage underneath the eyes. However, I like to use it as a setting powder, as a foundation. I use it for everything, and it is a really, really good foundation and setting powder. Remember, if you're going to use it as a setting powder, a little bit goes a very long way, so you do not need to use a lot. Next, we have the setting powder. Was by the Maybelline the Fit Me, and this is the loose setting powder. They have about, I want to say 6 or 7 colors in the Maybelline Fit Me loose setting powder. I wish they went a little bit deeper. However, I do see them in the future. I feel like they're going to come out with more colors because it is such a great finishing powder. However, they should have started with that. But nonetheless, this is a really good powder, and it is affordable. On to, what do we do? Oh, contour. You guys know I really love the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette that comes with the contour, the sculpt, and the highlight. These are very, very good. They have a really good shade range from light to medium deep, and then to dark and dark deep. So they have something for everybody. So make sure you check them out. These I get in Walmart. And I know Target has them. I just don't know if Target has the extended shade range like Walmart has. But if they do, I will link it down below. Next for, what do we do? Highlight, of course, I told you guys. Of course, the Maybelline. This is the Master Chrome. I love these. These are for super, super beaming highlights. You can get them to be a little bit more natural just with a fluffy brush and tap that baby off because it will give you a beaming highlight. The ones that we used today was the Milani. Milani has a lot of really good highlighters. No, not Milani. Maybelline does. Milani has good highlighters. This one, it just has a little bit more of a glitter feel to it. So I find that it works best when I miss my face, tap it off, and then apply it. It gives me more of the sheen like this. Oh, I also wanted to mention from Milani the setting powder. They have really good setting powders. The only downside that I found to those setting powders are I don't get enough product in the pan, whereas I can find the Maybelline Fit Me and I get more product. That is the only downfall. However, it is a very good powder, Milani. Just come out with a little bit more in the tub, please. Pretty please. With sugar on top. Next, oh, the highlight was the Makeup Obsessions, and that is the one that is in Target. So they have a few colors, I think 4 if I'm not mistaken, 4 or 5, don't quote me, but it's around there. And they are really, really good. I love them. The color payoff is good, super pretty and super affordable. I don't think these were more than $8 or $9, but I will link it below as well so you guys can get your hands on them. Super, look how beaming that is. That's crazy. Oh, for cream contouring and bronzing, we use the Black Opal sticks. These I find at Walmart as well, and I really, really love these. As a foundation, as a contour, as a bronzer, you get a lot of products in here. Yeah, so if you're trying to save some coins, definitely check out the Black Opal. I think these are $10. If I'm not mistaken, I think these are $10, but they are worth it. They are worth it. You will not be disappointed. And then I think what else did we do? Eyeshadows was, of course, I mentioned the ColourPop brand is really good for affordable eyeshadows. The Juvias place is really good for good eyeshadows. And of course, ColourPop, Morphe. Oh, and Morphe. Morphe is really good for eyeshadows. So yeah, we have a lot of good affordable eyeshadows that you can use. Also MAC, if you get them in the single pans just by themselves, those are really affordable as well and kind of build your own palette. I feel like that's an affordable route too. And then of course lips, lip liners. NYX is probably my #1 favorite, most affordable lip liner and lipsticks. Wet n Wild is a really good brand for lipsticks. They're like $3. Lip glosses, of course, everybody has lip glosses that are affordable now in the drugstore. I mean, not even drugstore, but just affordable, period. So check that out as well. And then blushes. You guys know how I feel about the NYX Sweet Cheeks matte blushes. Those are my babies. I really, really love those. Those are my ride or dies. Juvia's place also has a blush palette. So yeah, you can find a lot of good things that are affordable. I hope this video helped you find some things that you weren't quite familiar with, or just showed you a different way on how to use the products. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys like the lighting setup. I'm gonna play with it some more so I can get it to its best, and that no shadows are like showing. I'm super, super crisp. I have like one more thing, I think 2 more things that are being shipped that will kind of help with my lighting situation. But let me know how you feel about the lighting right now down in the descriptions. If it comes off right, if it doesn't, let me know so I can fix it. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye guys.